Thank you, Michelle. And I'd like to thank Dave Cohen. He's the one that asked me to come out originally, introduced me to Dave and I go back a long way. He's the type of guy that's got nothing but juice to get the job done. So thank you, my friend. Michelle gave you some of my background. What I wanted to talk to you today about is how I could best serve you in 10 minutes. So I want to give you the theme of my speech today, and that's be the best. When you leave here today, I want you to embrace the concept of being the best you that you can be. And how can you do that? I want you to focus on the concept of betterment. In the capital markets, that's where I spend most of my time in the world of finance and investment. We're always looking for betterment. That's where we make an investment in order to improve the efficiency of what we're doing or improve the value of the assets. So you as individuals, I want you to walk out of here today and embrace the concept of betterment. How will you spend your time to improve yourself to get what you want out of this wonderful experience we have here? Canadians don't often appreciate the fact that there's only 33 million of us living on the resources of a continent. We are the 0.001% of the entire world's population. We have everything that we need. It's a cornucopia of plenty, and yet we're constantly caught up in this narrative about not having enough. We've got plenty, my friends, but what we need to do to exploit that is that we need to embrace the concept of betterment. We need to invest in ourselves. Now, I look at my background. Every year I spend some amount of my time and money on improving my skills and capabilities in a variety of different areas. I'm a member of the Canadian Society of Technical Analysts. Why? I want to get better at investing my money on a regular basis. I like spending time with people that have skills that I don't have and are willing to share that with me. In addition, even this experience today is about betterment. I could have stayed home in Oakville, not gone on the highway, spent an hour getting here. I got up at 3:30 this morning. I'm not sure about you, but I get up every morning at 3:30 because I have a lot to do. I'm on the radio. I'm a instructor at Sheridan College. I'm a public speaker. I write for globeinvestor.com. And the most demanding task that I have to undertake every day is meeting the demands of my 9-year-old daughter, Madeline. Okay. Her constant refrain to me is, "Daddy, I have a job for you." Irrespective of whatever else I'm doing. I'm about to go on the radio, trying to crank out some analysis on a stock. So I have to get up earlier than most people. And that's because I have embraced betterment, doing things for myself that'll help me get where I want to go. Now, people say, how did you get into radio? Well, I used radio in university. At the University of Western Ontario, there was a radio station, student run. And when I came up from New York to attend the University of Western Ontario, now rebranded Western University, what a crazy idea. But I took advantage of that. When I moved to Calgary, there was this wacky thing that they didn't have in New York City, where I grew up, called community access television. You could actually go in and learn how to use the mechanics of television to produce television programming. I was the belly dancing producing king of Calgary for many years. Why? I just happened to know where the resources were for belly dancing and TV, and put them together. It was a hit. Why? Well, what can't you like about belly dancing? Really get down to it. So, betterment. I think you also want to look at energizing yourself and realizing that you need to keep your energy levels peaking all the time. Why? That's what's going to solve your problems. That's what's going to help you overcome those moods that are not as buoyant as you want them to be. That's what's going to help you engage when one of your best clients says, "Listen, we're done. Okay, we're not renewing. It's time for you to move on. Time for us to move on." How many people have had that experience of having a client or an employer show you the door and say, "Don't let it hit you on the way out"? So you need to be energized to overcome those kind of experiences, and you need to be engaged, and you need to be enthusiastic about every day that you get to live in this great country and take advantage of the wonderful opportunities ahead of you. The other thing that you need to do is you need to be strategic. You need to put your gift in a place that is going to best serve you. All right, I was talking to Scott over here. Scott, can you stand up and say hello to everybody? Young man, second year of university, realized that his first year was not the subject area he wanted to spend his time in. So he's changing his major. Why? Because it was a strategic decision that he didn't like and didn't want to spend the next 40 years of his working career doing something that didn't engage and excite and energize him. So strategically, he was able to make a decision at the right time in the decision-making cycle. And finally, I want to tell you, you got to be tough. Surviving in a capitalist society is tough. You know why? Because as capitalists, we don't expect anybody to give us anything, and we don't want to steal it. We want to make it. And how are we going to make it? Through effort, through relentless pursuit of our objectives, and by embracing all of the things that we need to do 24/7 to accomplish the goals that we set before us, for ourselves, for our families, and for our communities. So not only take for yourself and build for yourself, but also look at building for your family and building for your community. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm not sure if I've gone 10 minutes or not, but you know what, my friends? Thank you for the time, and happy capitalism.